Janet Jackson's interview sounded like a Trump rally, FYI. It's a little ironic to question whether someone is black while you're breathing through the nose of a white woman. Team DL. He also said, all I know is Kamala looks like she did when she was in Oakland, but Janet don't look like she did when she was Penny. What the hell was in that iron? He also said Kamala Harris looks the way she does because she has a mom from India and a dad from Jamaica. Janet Jackson looks the way she does because she has a plastic surgeon. Team DL.
Speaking of unfunny jokes, I got an unfunny joke. What do you call a man who don't protect his daughter from a abuser and after his child he's relieved? Pot DL Hughley goof ass.
I think DL probably wouldn't have felt this way if Kamala wasn't running against Donald Trump. He probably took it as a joke and kept it moving. I think the reason why he's feeling that way because she is running against Donald Trump, and he sounds like, and now it seems like for a long time he has something against Donald Trump, but it is what it is. Now I don't think she's black. I mean, she is what she is, but if she's trying to claim that, I never heard her claim that. I always heard us as a people put that jacket on her. It's not something she said, I'm a black woman. No, even though she was in a black fraternity, look, they got white boys in in black fraternities. That's not uncommon. So she's a non-black woman in a sorority. Hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I never heard her say she was black or claim to be black. It's just something that we put on her. Like I always say, we throw out the white flag for every goddamn body. Everybody's welcome in the black community when it comes to black people. I don't know why we so forgiving and always welcoming everybody, take everybody's cast offs and bullshit, but we do that. I just think she's another one of these cast offs that we so happen to adopt as one of us, but at the same time, she's not willing to be one of us. She's not one of us. She won't do shit for us, but we still claim her crazy ass.
Got a question for you, brother Hink. Is DL Hughley reaction more about protecting the black image or pushing a specific political narrative?
Yeah, it's not protecting the black image. I think he's just trying to put his political narrative. He's pro-Democrat, and that's cool. I understand. But, to take shots at the woman like that, I thought that was totally classless. But again, we know why he's doing it, because he's against Trump, and so anytime he can take a shot at Trump, that's what he's going to do.
Is it safe to assume that everybody or whoever is actually black, whoever is actually African descendant of slave, get elected? Is it safe to assume that black people are 100% sold that person, that political official, is going to bring reparations? Because what I'm thinking is, if black people actually get a black official to be president, political figure to be president, then they're 100% confident that reparations is going to be a thing of the past after they get into office. I think that's the whole catalyst for, we need a black president, or it's good to have a black person in office. Reparations argument. I mean, and if it wasn't for that, like, I would argue that if we'd had reparations 20 years ago, nobody would give a fuck if it was a black person getting in office. Oh, okay. We got reparations back in 1990. Who gives a fuck? They probably say, well, hell no, don't put that nigga in office. He's gonna fuck some shit up. But because he's black and we haven't got reparations yet, we need that motherfucker. We need a black person in office. I mean, anybody getting that same music note, or it's just me? I rest my case.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I'll say that. It's not far fetched.
I was giving somebody else a chance to speak because I got an answer for you, Don, but I'm not trying to overtalk too much.
Go ahead, M. White.
All right. Well, so the reason why that people push the we need a black president thing is because the narrative that's being spun is these people came from slavery and the injustices of America into full equal treatment of the law, and look, they've excelled to the highest level of political appointment and being the president of the United States. So America is now racist, and it paints a narrative. The only problem with that is the people that endured all those things are not actually at the levels of political office that people claiming the moniker of the people who have endured that are. So it paints a false dichotomy between the past transgressions of America and its repentance by election of black American officials, which are technically not black American officials. So what it does is allow someone who does not have that actual specific history to attach themselves to it and ride on the coattails of racial justice. So it's like stealing valor in military terms.
So would I be wrong to assume that if, let's say that, for example, it do happen, Mark, let's say we do get a black ADOS political figure to be president, and that excuse my language, I'm not trying to trigger nobody, that motherfucker get in office and we don't get reparations, wouldn't you be flabbergasted? Wouldn't you be utterly disappointed? You mean to tell me we had an ADOS in there for 4 years and we still ain't get it? Y'all are questioning that motherfucker blackness. Y'all are pulling his black card. We had a nigga in office and that nigga still ain't get it. Be honest, M. White. So I think it's a fear. Like, imagine, like, that's my fear. I want us to get reparations. I want it to happen. But my fear is if we do get ADOS in there and it don't happen, then what now? Like, what do we turn to now? Like, we done had it. We don't had the motherfucker come to the top of the pinnacle to get shit done. And we still able to get, like, what are we going to do now? Are we going to really, like, finally be like, yeah, you know what? This just ain't our country. And it is what it is. This ain't our country. This is white America still. We here. We got to get it how we get it, or we got to get the fuck on. Like, I think that's going to be, if that happens, that's what it's going to be. It'll come down to. If we actually get an ADOS representative in there and the president, and they still don't get the things that black people really want done, then we'll be like, okay, I get it now. It just ain't our country. We built this motherfucker, but it just ain't ours. And we either gotta fucking accept it or move on to a different country that's gonna love us.
This our country. We've been here since the beginning, before this motherfucker was founded.
I'm with you.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight with their ass before we
just gonna keep fighting, right?
Yeah, we're gonna keep fighting. We always been fighting. We'll keep fighting. I don't think where we gonna go, Darwin. This our country. Like, say they was to deport us. Where they gonna deport us to?
They can't.
Another portion of
America.
I'm with you. Like, this out.
Janet Jackson, we already know she a classy, upstanding black woman, great performer, actress, and she's standing on business. They try to twist her arm to get her to somebody in her camp to say that she apologized and say that, and she confirmed that she's standing on what she said. Kamala, she did it to herself. She started off with that black wave, cooking collard greens and washing collard greens in the tub. No black people does that. That's not a black culture. Only thing we wash in the tub is our behinds. And only thing she ever did for the black community is lock us up. She passed that bill as far as what's that? Seattle.
Yeah, the truancy law.
Truancy law. You miss 20 days of school and they locking black parents up.
Sheree Peoples is one of the most avid spokesmen for it because her daughter had a sickle cell anemia, was in the hospital, locked up while she was in the hospital.
Exactly. Then what really made her, a lot of people guessed blackness when she said with an emphasis. No, I'm not doing anything specifically for black people. And we like, but you black. You don't got no policy for black people. We don't have to give us a reparations. You could give us some policies. You could pass a hate crime bill. People get hanged. People get hanged in North Carolina saying that they suicidal. And this is not the first incident of a black truck driver getting hanged. Police brutality, police death by homicide, all that. And she don't have nothing. She don't have nothing for us. But only thing we could relate to Trump is that who was in a better condition with Trump's.
I got a question for you. Is there a law that prevents a political figure to be elected in office and actually do something for a particular race as far as
No,
economically or whatever?
no.
Let's say, for example, I'm China man or Chinese or whatever, and I get elected as the U.S. president. Say, hey, look, you know what? I'm a fuck it. Everybody who's Chinese don't got to pay taxes for the fourth quarter of each year. Is there any law preventing me from doing that?
I don't believe so. But she did get passed a law for the Chinese for the COVID act because they were suffering anti-hate.
So we all know that this woman Kamala Harris can actually do something for black people if she decided. There ain't no law preventing her to do it. But as you said, she went on a record stating that she was brown. Stating that she is not going to do anything for specifically black people. Why in the hell is black people jumping on her coochie lips so bad?
What?
I just don't get it. Like, I think DL Hughley is on her coochie lips right now or something. She cut him a check or some shit. I think she cut him a check, and now his podcast has got a consistent editor for his videos.
Yes, Daddy.
Or something he was missing is fucking up his SEO or whatever. And DL Hughley, you can come after me. I'm just a little guy, man. I got nothing.
You can say what you want about me. Fuck DL Hughley. Hey, and you know what else? They didn't even pay the black. Look, this is the funniest thing. These goofy ass people that's running to her aid, talking about black this, black that. So they had an ad spend budget, right? And now they online complaining that they not getting their fair share of it because it's going to white ad managers. So even with the people who say she black and go do something for black people, she not even doing right by them before the election. And they mad right now complaining. The NAACP talking about, man, well, why are we not getting our fair share of the ad budget? Yo, goofy ass, go sit down and ask yourself that question.